I am Ferdinand Marcos, and I am the President of the Republic of the Philippines. I stand today on behalf of 110 million Filipinos.
Hi everyone, hello universe, it's me again. Mayroon tayong upload videos mga kababayan. Nung pauwi ng Pangulo, mayroon siyang interview ng mga foreign interview, mga besa. Ngayon, sinabi niya po sa kanyang interview, aba, walang habas na sinabi ng Pangulo iimbitahin niya si President Xinping ng China sa Pilipinas. Biro nyo yun. O, di ba? For sure, makipagdialogo tungkol dito sa mga, itong nangyayari dyan sa West Philippine Sea. At baka marami pang itatanong si Pangulong Marcos Jr. kay Presidente, no? Kasi mga kababayan ito sa aking kaisipan lamang, hindi naman po basta-basta mga haras ang China kung walang pag-uusap nung dating administrasyon, di ba, nasabi ni Pangulong Marcos Jr. yung secret agreement. Malay natin baka yun ang itatanong ni Pangulong Marcos Jr. kay Presidente pag pumunta sa Pilipinas. Gusto niyo malaman ng katotohanan, di ba? Mamaya sasabihin ni Presidente, isinuko sa akin ni Digong yung ayong insyol. Di ba sinabi ni dating Chief Justice Carpio yan, isinuko ni Digong sa China? Baka naman yun ang dahilan, mga kababayan, kung bakit nangharas ang China. Di ba? So, dahil dyan, panoorin nyo ito.
Hi, good afternoon.
Mr. President, you made a strong statement in front of world leaders, including the Chinese Premier Li Qiang, condemning the plan to declare Pbbm a nature reserve. How did the Chinese Premier react to your remarks? And was there any consensus or collective response among the leaders as to how to do these kinds of actions, which clearly violate international law in the South China Sea?
I would disagree. I did not make a strong statement. I just laid out the facts, and that is what we do. I try always to just explain to everyone what is happening, and that this is the situation the Philippines. Never mind anyone else. This is the situation the Philippines finds itself in. Ito yung nangyayari sa amin. Kaya sana matulungan nyo kami. So, and what was it? Well, the premier just during his time to speak just said that this is as far as China is concerned, is within their local law and international law. Of course, we dispute that, but that's essentially how that diplomatic process works.
And also, I would like to, or we would like to get the reaction of Mr. President with regards to what the Prime Minister Ibrahim made, the statement that he made in the East Asia Summit, when he said that as with all other issues, including the South China Sea issue, they should be resolved within the ASEAN and with its ASEAN partners in the region, warning that outside interference could just make things more tense. How does the Philippines view this call, and how does the ASEAN collective be interpreted? Is this seen as a veiled attempt to exclude other key players like U.S. or its allies with regards to these kinds of regional discussions?
I fully agree with Prime Minister Anwar. The lead agency should be ASEAN. Now, of course, it is a bilateral issue between the Philippines and the People's Republic, but still, that does not preclude the involvement of ASEAN. And considering that ASEAN has as its members many countries that are involved in trade with China, that are politically aligned even with China, so that makes it a stronger base, because you're not just depending on a single ideology or argument or principle. And we can hear from all the other countries, and that makes it different. That makes it stronger, and that makes it more likely for us to be able to find a way forward, so that we can hopefully resolve the issues, but failing that, at least finding a way to manage the tensions that we see rise and fall, with just some level of modus vivendi for all involved. And that is why after I spoke about Baho de Masinloc and about the nature reserve, I also spoke about what are the possibilities, how we can resolve or how can we work around such issues. And I continue to find ways to redefine our relationship with China. And I really believe that the way forward is to change, because when you talk about China and the Philippines, all you talk about are the territorial disputes. Or anybody, I'm not saying the media, everybody that thinking the territorial disputes. And I think there's a huge possibility for trade, for exchanges, for all kinds of discussions and engagements between China and I that do not include these territorial disputes. So I would very much like to say, all right, we disagree, we agree to disagree. Now let's do other things. Let's do other things, and that's what I will try to achieve in the year of our chairship here in ASEAN. Thank you.
Mr. President. The next question from Bea from Raptor.
Hi, Sir. Good afternoon. Speaking of the job ahead and opportunities, ASEAN aspires for the conclusion of COC negotiations by 2026 to cement our chairmanship. How confident are you as the chair that ASEAN and China will be able to meet that deadline? And would Brazil accept the COC that is not legally binding?
How do you make a treaty legally binding? If I don't know how that's supposed to work. If you sign a treaty, you are expected to be bound by it. I don't know if you would describe it as legally binding. So that I don't think that really enters into the discussion. But that how confident am I? Well, earlier I said that at heart I'm an optimist, and that's really my view. And we cannot give up. We cannot say that there is no hope and nothing's happening. We cannot move forward. We cannot resolve these things. Once we've done that, we've failed, and we cannot fail. Because we have to find a way forward. We have to find a better way of dealing with these things. It would be a failure to do the duties that we took an oath to protect and defend the Philippines and its people. And so we just keep trying. If this doesn't work, we'll try something else. If that doesn't work, we'll try something else. But we cannot stop. We must continue and continue and continue until we find the solution. Now, that is not an easy process. By no stretch of the imagination is that an easy process. But that's what the process requires of us, and so that is what we will do.
There's on that note of optimism, assuming COC is concluded by 2026, do we aspire for Chinese President Xi Jinping to be in Manila for the signing of that?
Yes, that would not be bad at all. I will certainly invite him. That's for sure. I will certainly invite him, and I would make all of the efforts available, all of the ways available, the means that we have available to us, to show how sincere to President Xi Jinping, how sincere we are, that we would like for him to come to the Philippines. And he has been to the Philippines before, and he knows he has a few friends here in the Philippines already. But that would presume that we have made some serious progress in our talks with them. And so if we get to that point where President Xi will actually consider coming to the Philippines, it would mean that we have made significant progress. And that would be a great thing. That would be just a great thing. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. President. The next question from Maricel, TV5.
Yes, sir.
Oh, hi.
Sir, various labor groups and business groups express their disappointment for slow progress of our fight against corruption.
Yeah.
How satisfied are you with the performance of the ICI? And do you think we need the Independent People's Commission under the Senate Bill 1215 proposed by I think it was Senator Tito Soto.
All right. We have to remind people that we have now moved from the political arena to the legal one. And the legal arena has very strictly defined procedures. I get messages all day, every day. Kulong mo na yan. Alam naman natin kung sino sila. Kulong mo na. Kunin mo lahat ng pera nila. Pagbenta mo na yung mga bahay nila, ibalik sa ano. But what would then I be accused of if we did that? Secondly, if basta-basta lang tayo nasasabi, hindi maganda ebidensya, basta kasuhan mo na. Kung nanalo, kung maakwit, dahil hindi maganda ang pagkahanda ng kaso, technicality. Nagka-technicality. Can you imagine, these people who have stolen billions from the government and from the people, nakawala dahil hindi maganda ang pagka-handle ng ebidensya. That would be much worse result. So, due process must be observed. We must make sure na alam naman talaga natin kung sino sila. Kaya tiyakin natin na makukulong talaga sila. At ang kanilang mga ninakaw ay ibalik sa gobyerno, ibalik sa tao. But yung nagmamadali, yung hindi maaari yan. Hindi delikado tayo. Kaya natin sabihin ko sa pulis, dakipin nyo na yan. Basta ikulong nyo, bahala na. Ano mangyayari doon? Sira yung kaso natin, and you cannot charge them again. There is that principle of double jeopardy in the law. So, what is more important? That we just file cases. Basta sige lang. Remember, nobody has gone to court yet. There's no conviction yet. And the court, marami pang, what is the process? Pagka binigyan yung may complainant sa ombudsman, sa DOJ, may preliminary investigation pa. Magbubuo ng investigasyon. Kailangan matibay-tibay yung ebidensya. Kasi kung hindi matibay yung ebidensya, makakawala yun, maakwit yun. Kaya tiyakin natin na matibay yung ebidensya. Hindi madaling gawin yun. Dahil yung iba, yung mga witness, yung ating mga resource person, hindi nagsasabi ng totoo, may mga tinatago, etc., etc. Kailangan ma-extract yun sa kanila, yung informasyon na yun. Para gawing ebidensya, para madala sa kung saan man, sa sandigan, sa ombudsman, eto na yung kaso. At malalaman natin na tiyak na makita natin na yung talagang alam natin na gumawa ng katiwalian, na nagnakaw talaga sa gobyerno, ay magbabayad. And magbabayad they will pay for it with their liberty, and they will pay for it with treasure that they have taken away from government. I think it's more important that we get one chance at this. Isa lang ang chance natin. We cannot waste that opportunity to bring justice to those people, to bring those people to justice, and to bring justice to the Filipino people. So, do you want to get it done quickly, or do you want to get it done right? That's the choice that we have. So, I understand the frustration because we do have a very good idea about who these people are. But you have to take them to court. You have to present evidence. They have to be convicted. And as I'm sure anyone who has been involved in any kind of legal proceeding, we are all very frustrated, especially non-lawyers, are very frustrated by how long it takes. Ang sagot naman ng mga abogado sa atin is that may kasabihan sa kanila, the law grinds very slowly, but it grinds very well. So we're counting on that.
Hey guys, narinig nyo yung sinabi ng Pangulo? Yan ang matinong leader. Yan ang totoong leader. Yung napakaganda yung kanyang mindset ba? Kasi, lagi natin sinasabi, ang Pangulo, laging dumidepende kung ano po ang nakasaad sa saligang batas. Yan si Pbbm. Yan ang matinong Pangulo. Very experienced sa kanyang kaisipan. Oh. Hindi kasi hindi tulad po ng mga nakaraan Parang style tukhang. tumba kaagad. Walang due process. Si PBBM, lahat. Ano ba ang silbi ng batas kung walang due process? Sige nga. Tama yung sinabi niya. Ikukulong mo siya. Kung nagkataon talo ka, baka ikaw pa ang mapupuruhan. Di ba? Tama yung sabi ng Pangulo. Kaya, ako saludo dito sa Pangulo na ito. Napakatalino yung kanyang kaisipan. Yan ang totoong leader na talagang bihasa ang kanyang yung kaisipan, no? Tsaka isa pa, matapang mga bes. Imbitahin niya po si Presidente sa Pilipinas. I hope, 'di ba? No? Na kumbaga narinig ni Presidente, no? Wala namang problema doon Yung pag-uusap tungkol dito sa panghaharas ng mga tauhan niya, mga Chinese, di ba? Kailangan ba ay ayos yan? Kasi tayo naman, hindi naman tayo makipag-away, mga bes. Di ba? Sila lang naman ang nakipag-away. At saka si PBBM ang inaaway. Pero wala siyang siguro sabi ng Pangulo, who you? You wasting my time. Sabi ng Pangulo, siguro sa isip niya yung mga kritiko niya baga. Tama nga naman. Kasi ang Pangulo focus lang sa trabaho niya Napakasipag kaya ito. So yun mga kababayan, ano po ang kapalagayan nyo? Thank you guys for watching. See you again on my next upload. Bye bye bye. Babush. God bless Philippines.